Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today in this video where we're going to be reacting to In the Ghetto by Elvis Presley. Alright, I've had a lot of recommendation come through for this song, but I also recently reacted to Elvis Presley and the black community, Echoes Never Die, and I heard a little bit of it kind of played in there, and I wanted to listen to it. So, without any further ado, people, let's get this party started.
As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto, and his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. People, don't you understand? The child needs a helping hand. You're gonna be an angry young man someday. And take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Where the world turns.
I like how he tries to emphasize those moments and those periods of the song by slowing it down to get you to listen to that point. Not that the other points are not important, but those key areas, listen.
Do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? Where the world turns. And a hungry little boy with the runny nose plays in the street as a cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns. So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, he tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as the young man dies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cries.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. You know what? I'm glad I watched that. I'm glad I watched that before reacting to this song. The reason I say that is because it really helps to understand his his interpretation of the ghetto is not because it's just something I've watched on TV and I'm just gonna do it like most musicians do, wanna be gangsters and all this sort of stuff. But some of them have lived this life and they tell the story. I'm not saying that Elvis lived a life, but what he did was he interacted with the community and some of the struggles that he went through in terms of being segregated by unfortunately, we had communities at that time where it was one race against the other. And the reason I'm saying this is because the one the hardest thing for somebody to get past is being segregated by your own tribe. And he was ostracized by his own tribe, all because he dared to be himself. And by daring to be himself, he was instantly seen as other, and not just any other, but the other people that we do not like. You are mixing with them, you're acting like them. For that reason, we term you as we term them, using the N word. That is just crazy. Isn't it interesting that at that time, he's speaking all of this about how young people or a young man is born in the ghetto? To be fair, the ghetto now is now mixed, isn't it? It's now mixed. It's not one race or one tribe anymore. It's a mixture of tribe. The only difference is we're very good at covering one side of it, because by covering that, we can continue to spin the narrative saying these people are like this because they are aggressive, they're fatherless or motherless, whatever it is, the narrative we're trying to spin at a time. While the other side gets angry because those people are the reason why their lives not better. Can you kind of see how we play games with people's lives? Back to the point I was trying to make. The ghetto child grows up only knowing one thing: hunger. Grows up only knowing that my parents are trying to feed me, they're trying their best, but they can't do it. So I have to go out there and support my family. A child that's not old enough to look after themselves, to bathe themselves, clean themselves, brush their teeth. They're already taking on adult responsibility. And then we wonder why they're filled with so much anger, hate for a system or a group of people that believes it is their fault that they are in that situation when they know nothing else. Again, we can all do better. And when given opportunities, the, the scale tends to kind of tip a little bit. But also, it's important as well that we recognize that certain actions are our own as we get older, and we can make the best possible choices. Sometimes we just need to work a little bit harder than everybody else. I I'm not trying to say I understand what it is that these people are going through. I just can just interpret it from having worked in that sort of environment and working in that sort of environment and having to see the level of deprivation that some people are going through. And sometimes it just seems like there's no way out. It's impossible sometimes. Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. It's actually quite a sad song, isn't it? I didn't think it was, but I look forward to hearing from you guys. I'm very mindful that my videos are so long. I keep saying this. I keep trying to condense it, but I just can't help myself. And this is why we try and have these conversations in the podcast. So you guys let me know what you think. Hopefully, the quality of the mic is better. Hopefully, the quality of the sound in terms of the music is kind of evenly balanced now. And if it's not, do let me know in the comment section below.